Even Charles Darwin himself couldn't figure it out. Why some people are born afraid of snakes. Some of them have never even actually seen a real snake. Yet when a real snake appears right in front of them, their pupils dilate, their leg muscles tense up, their whole body breaks out in a cold sweat. Where does this fear really come from? And there's also this claim that during pregnancy, people have a high chance of dreaming about giant snakes. Can anyone explain why this kind of situation happens? Hello everyone, I am the creator of Science Lens. Over the next 365 days, I will explain to you the 800 to 2,000 species of dinosaurs currently discovered by scientists. Some ruled the ocean, some dominated the land, and some conquered the sky. In addition, I will also dive deep into all kinds of strange and bizarre prehistoric creatures. From the Cambrian period to the late Cretaceous, spanning a total of 475 million years. For example, creatures like the Tully monster, which doesn't belong to any known biological branch today. If I'm lucky enough to earn your follow and become a creator with millions of followers, that will be a result of our shared effort. And today, we are going to take a deep look at a prehistoric giant snake. It's called Titanoboa. Titanoboa, its name comes from Titan, originating from Greek mythology, referring to the race of giant gods. The name is used to describe its astonishing massive size, a species named after gods. You'd better believe it possesses some terrifying power. Its constriction pressure exceeded 400 pounds per square inch. What does that mean? It means your bones would shatter instantly like a biscuit, without even needing to wait for suffocation. This kind of power is not just squeezing. It is outright crushing. But that's not even the most terrifying part. The most terrifying thing is, this cold-blooded animal could grow up to 14.3 meters long, which is 8.8 meters longer than a Mercedes Maybach S-Class you might drive. Its weight could exceed 1.25 tons. This is no longer an ordinary creature. That's why it's called Titanoboa. Every single metric far surpasses all the snakes we know today. The story actually begins with a fossilized leaf. Time goes back to the year 2002. A student visiting a coal mine in Colombia, the Cerrejón open pit mine, noticed a fossilized leaf from the Paleocene epoch exposed right in front of him. This leaf formed in a world after the extinction of the dinosaurs. When he reported this to his teacher immediately realized that the area was once likely a dense forest, and that meant it could have been filled with prehistoric life. So, an international team led by two key scientists officially began a systematic excavation of the Cerrejón coal mine. But what they dug up from underground froze them in place. It was a vertebra, enormous, thicker than a human calf. At first, scientists thought these bones were similar to other vertebrae they had already found. After all, they had already collected hundreds, if not thousands, of vertebrae and ribs here. Giant turtles, giant crocodiles. Those discoveries alone had already exceeded expectations. Originally, they didn't expect anything unusual to show up. But when these fossils were transported to the Florida Museum of Natural History, they were accidentally re-examined. As scientists at the museum remeasured the fossils, they discovered something unbelievable. Some of the vertebrae did not belong to giant crocodiles, and even less likely to giant turtles. Something was wrong. The shape of the bones was off. The curvature did not match the known reference catalogs of typical crocodile vertebrae. The scientists began frantically comparing and recalculating, and the final result left them all silent for 3 entire days. These seemed to be snake vertebrae. The news spread like thunder. They recalculated the data again and again, convinced there must be an error. But unfortunately, there wasn't. The measurements all pointed to a snake over 15 meters long. The researchers were stunned. If these numbers were real, it meant that after the extinction of the dinosaurs, Earth had produced another massive apex predator. Its size suggested that the Paleocene ecosystem was far hotter, denser, and more competitive than scientists had ever imagined. A creature this massive could only exist in a world pushing biology to its absolute limits. According to the final calculations, Titanoboa was absurdly large. The most conservative estimate placed its length at around 12.8 meters. Some scientists gave even more extreme numbers, up to 15.2 meters. This is already beyond human imagination. That also means, if you stood it upright, it would be as tall as a 5-story building. Imagine this. It raises its head from the ground and can reach directly to a 4th-floor window. Why was Earth able to nurture such a terrifying creature? We need to understand. Snakes are ectothermic animals. They cannot regulate their own body temperature. They rely entirely on the environment to stay warm. This determines almost everything: their metabolism, their growth, even the upper limit of their body size. You can think of it this way: the warmer the environment, the faster a snake's metabolism. And a faster metabolism means faster growth, more efficient digestion, and the ability to sustain a much larger body. So when scientists discovered Titanoboa, they weren't just looking at a giant predator. They were reading a climate record, a biological thermometer from 60 million years ago, pointing to a world far hotter than the one we live in today. At that time, during the Paleocene, just a few million years after the dinosaurs disappeared, Earth was recovering, ecosystems were rebuilding, and tropical regions were becoming almost unrecognizable. Global temperatures were much higher than today. In what is now northern Colombia, estimates suggest an average yearly temperature of at least 32 degrees Celsius, with almost no seasonal variation. Imagine a rainforest that never cools down, even at night. A world where the air itself feels like a constant sauna. No ice caps, no winter, only relentless heat and humidity from beginning to end. Forests steaming, waterways releasing vapor under the sun. Life grew gigantic because for cold-blooded animals, warmth removed their greatest limitation, unlocking the chains of growth and allowing them to become enormous. Scientists estimated Titanoboa's constriction pressure based on modern analogs and its largest vertebrae. The reconstructed biomechanical model showed that its pressure exceeded 400 pounds per square inch. You might not fully grasp how terrifying that is. Let's put it this way. If you weigh 70 kilograms, to generate that same pressure, you would have to stand on a high heel with a tip area of just 1.6 square centimeters. And that's just one point. Titanoboa didn't press on a single point. It wrapped around your entire body and crushed you instantly. No chance to scream. Remember, instant. What's even more terrifying is, in the rivers 60 million years ago, you wouldn't even notice it. It would lie still in the water like a piece of driftwood, waiting for you to pass. Then strike in just 0.03 seconds. Bite, and then violently constrict. You wouldn't last even 1 second. Why was it so fast? Because water was not only its hunting ground, it was its lifeline. The buoyancy of water supported its massive weight. Without water, on land, Titanoboa would struggle to move efficiently. Its internal organs would be compressed by its own weight, causing difficulty breathing, slow digestion, and exhausting movement. Most importantly, water helped regulate its body temperature. Snakes absorb heat from their surroundings, and in the hot Paleocene climate, water provided a way to cool down when needed, while still maintaining the high metabolic rate required to support such a massive body. Scientists speculate that Titanoboa's main prey was giant crocodiles. Based on biomechanical models, it could easily kill crocodiles 4 to 5 meters long. Its diet likely also included giant turtles and early mammals living near water. This provided plenty of energy to sustain it. But Titanoboa's existence was actually brief. It ruled for only about 2 million years. For prehistoric life, that's just a fleeting moment. But it did exist. You might be wondering, why did it disappear? As mentioned earlier, snakes are ectothermic, and Earth's environment changed too quickly. After the Paleocene, the planet began to cool. Slowly at first, then more rapidly. Global average temperatures dropped by several degrees over a few million years. For a massive cold-blooded beast like Titanoboa, this was a death sentence. It required enormous amounts of food to maintain its huge body mass. But as metabolism slowed, it could no longer hunt efficiently. digest prey fast enough, or grow large enough to compete with other predators. In essence, Titanoboa was slowly starving to death. But the most fundamental reason was the Earth's temperature dropped dramatically.